It was recorded on September 2nd of 2020 in Carrollton, Texas, under the Linda and Cole Band, under my channel, Cole Spivey, of SoundCloud. So that was September 2nd of 2020. Yeah, so the song that was recorded, right, in September 2nd of 2020, that song was called Porch Song USA. Porch Song USA. I believe that was September 2nd, 2020 in Carrollton, Texas, under the Linda and Cole Band. We may have been there for a whole year after that. All right, kitty. All right. Okay. It's 102 degrees Fahrenheit. We're at 102 miles on the odometer. You don't want to mess around with Texas when it gets hot. It is Thursday, June 27th, 2024, about 4:54 p.m. And we're listening, well, Linda and I were listening to some Linda and Cole Band. I'm still trying to figure out this computer system right here, but I think I went through map, yeah, and you can see it right here, Porch Song USA. You can see part of it, and the weather has like scrolling, has my name, and it says the Linda. But you get the point. We're gonna do a special vlog about Linda's grandma and a package that we were trying to send. Here's the butterfly. Timing is so important in music and in filmmaking and acting, because we're only here for so much time. There's some kind of mystery to the time and everything. The timing is what they say. There's a mystery in it. There's an ingredient. It connects to something. I talked about time travel with NE equals dm cubed times the speed of light squared, which is dark matter cubed times the speed of light squared. It has some kind of timing in there. NE could stand for maybe new energy, but it could also stand for non-existence, because we may have to go to something like that to find the new energy. Anyway, Linda's real interested in Porch Song USA because she mentions her grandma and life and things like that. We sang it in, we recorded it September 2nd of 2020 in Carrollton, Texas, at the Mansions at Sunset Ridge. We met at an Arby's, well, a parking lot at Arby's. We met through an online dating site known as POF, which I've written about before in one of my novels. I think it was called Escape from Maine, also known as Escape from Me. I don't know. There's so many different titles. But when you work on an album, it's like working on a movie, but you're only dealing mostly with sound. And they have technicians and people that understand what the public is used to listening to and what they'll accept. You know, they eventually accepted some of Kurt Cobain's stuff when he recorded on a tape recorder, just like they recorded, or they accepted Daniel Johnston's stuff that when he recorded on a tape recorder. Anyway, I don't know what I'm really trying to say, but there's a process to everything, and it's all linked to time. 528.3.6. All right, that's for, I think, maybe you see. That's for today. Good. Accumulated sense refueling, driving. Here's another one of her songs. It's called The Road. It's Linda and Cole, that's our band, Linda and Cole Band. The producer is Cole Spivey. I'm also in the band, I'm the guitar player. and vocalist, and Linda's vocalist. And she plays some recorder and some clarinet when we get her one. This one's about the Pacific Crest Trail. The road is. We read about it on Wikipedia. All right, I got tears in my eyes. This is Linda first started. I believe, I'm a believer that everyone can sing. I believe that they have their own voice. This is the Dirty Crow. It's where we taught Thrasher the vlog spot. It's Lo-Fi Thrasher on Instagram. He found it. I helped him. It's the guy's chest right there. It's got a hole in it. You can see inside the Thrasher. Actually, that's where we're going. True story. His name was, I believe, John Thrasher on Facebook. But Instagram, he's Lo-Fi Thrasher. He's a photographer. We saw him over here with the 35mm camera. Still photos. I stopped and talked to him. I said, hey, I got a vlog spot. I introduced the show to him. Anyway, The Road, that's our song. The road goes, the road, yeah, the road. Doom, doom, the road, yeah, the road. Doom, doom, the road, yeah, the road. And then she starts spilling out information about the Pacific Crest Trail and also the road and how it was built during the Great Deal. I believe I'm going to guess Truman might have been a part of that. Some presidents were a part of it. It was a deal to put the country back on track. And people were assigned to build roads so the country could begin to feed itself, recover from the Great Depression and feed itself again. I think it is the Dirty Crow. That's strange. I think we believe in good, that you can be a good band. There's also great bands too, but there's nothing wrong with being a good band. Four, 5, 6, 10, 3.4. I didn't really know Linda's grandma that much, but I did meet her at a Chili's in Dallas. She drove an RV and they lived in Florida. But I do know some things about Linda. They're playing mini golf right here. I do know that Linda's very giving, and she looks at what's going on with a person, and then she tries to help. She's been in the food industry for more than 25 years. She was with Sonic for almost 14 years. She was even a manager. She was my manager. She was my manager at Einstein Bagels before they started garnishing me. And then I was kind of coerced to move on. Both of us did. We met on POF, which is short for Plenty of Fish. And we met at a Arby's parking lot right off of this place in Dallas called Marsh. And it's basically kind of in that area. Midway is kind of the area too. There's Midway and Marsh. But I don't know the exact cross street of the Arby's, but it's not too far from a thrift town. And it was during COVID, during the height of COVID, really. right around 2020 sometime. And I remember when I went to shake her hand, she used her wrist instead of her hand. And she's kind of germaholic a little bit. And that's probably what helped her during those times. Me too. I'm actually a big time germaholic. I showed you all my hand sanitizers that I had the other day. Regardless, after we met, I had a Samsung 8, and I'd already been working on a comedy feature called The Filmmakers. I had just tried to lift off another feature called The Projectionist out of my apartment at the Mansions at Sunset Ridge. I'd already worked on several plays, personal plays at another place in Irving. I moved to Carrollton, and we met at that Arby's parking lot. And shortly after that, I had my guitar, and I came with an idea to start the Linda and Cole Band. And I said, well, we'll just do these videos and also make music. And we did that heavily for a very long time. We wrote many songs. All the stuff that's on SoundCloud is only a demo of everything. We have, like, I don't know, at least 40, maybe 45 songs or more. And I made sure to write lyrics down on all of them, almost verbatim, as much as I could. We improv'd most of the songs, and then many of them, I would write the song when she was at Dustin's, and then we'd have it down in the computer, and we would read off the screen, and I'd have the Zoom microphone set up in front of us. So we would look on the screen, and then we would sing, and I highlighted moments when she would come in and when we'd sing together. And we did that for about a year off and on. We did get a noise complaint when we were in Carrollton, and I thought it was ridiculous. My mom was there at the time. My mom came by and saw us from Maine, and I thought it was ridiculous. But let me tell you some other things about Linda too, besides the vlog. We also, we have fans. I'm a big Marlon Brando fan, but really my favorite actors are like Robert De Niro. I like Gary Oldman, a big Gary Oldman fan. He's like one of my favorites. Linda's a big Lucille Ball fan. She loves I Love Lucy. She watches it almost every night. She's seen almost every episode. That's why in one of the vlogs we're watching I Love Lucy. She sounds like her too sometimes. But it's, you know, music and film, they're like brother and sister, kind of, you know, if you call this film or video or vlogs or whatever you want to call it. It's a long story. I wrote one book called Chin. It's a personal piece after I got hit in the chin at a Burger King. And then I eventually started working on another book called Rib, because I write a whole lot. Of course, now I'm working on but I only work on it for a little bit each night. I don't work on it for very long. And it's mostly already in journal. And that was journaled when we lived at the Townhouse West, which was once La Plaza Townhomes. And it became Park Vista, and then it became Townhouse West. And then we had to leave there. There was some issues with our downstairs neighbor, and the U.S. Marshals had kicked in the door downstairs and apprehended him, and I don't know, whoever was living with him. And when we first got there, not very long after that, there's some group had knocked on our door. They had assault rifles. They looked like in military fatigues. They were looking for someone that was running from them. And that's kind of in, it's mentioned in, I'm still writing, it's UHM. But I guess it's kind of a way documenting what that was like. And I'm kind of fantasizing a little bit about the characters. Because I've been acting off and on for about around 30 years, maybe. I've done everything from Waiting for Godot to Shakespeare to Tennessee Williams. But I've always had the guitar, kind of, you know. My first concert ever was Bruce Springsteen, and he was an actor that became... I'm sorry. I always get it mixed up. It's not Bruce Springsteen. I'm sorry. That's just Rick Springfield, sorry. I wish it was Bruce Springsteen. No, it was Rick Springfield. That was my first concert, sorry. Sorry about that, Bruce. The boss, yeah. It was Rick Springfield. That was my first concert. He was an actor. He was a soap opera actor before he became a rock star. But anyway, I don't know. It was my first one. Mom took me to the concert. I remember that. It was very loud. Then later on, we saw Van Halen, and they turned it up. We saw the Jump Tour. That's what I call it. $6,072.5. That's the new Crescent Hotel right there. It opened a few months ago. $721.5. How I Feel As You Are, the Linda and Cole Band on SoundCloud. So comforting to see someone out walking their dog. That's why I like watching Jordan the Lion every once in a while. I like cats, you know, but just the dog walking, such a beautiful tradition. I want to make cat walking popular. Brother KIA coming through. He shot me some gang symbols. KIA is crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you, dog walking, absolutely. Cat walking, for sure. Let's back up here. Yeah, cute little doggy. I did walk my cat one time when I lived in Maine at a park. Other guys doing dog walking too. It's Dog Walking City. I think that's the right one. And I told the guy, I was like, well, you know, dog comes running up to me, sniffing the pizza, sniffing my leg, and I'm sitting there kind of nervous. I show him, I say, I've been bit by a dog before, but I've been trying to train my cat how to walk. It turns out to be a cat drag. You can kind of see the dog bite. He just kind of smiled. I said, that's a very nice dog. The dog is going. Now I'm listening to Don't Let the Morning Cry, Linda and Cole Band. $9.55, 1.7. Well, I'll put on some Tiny Cities. Before that, I was listening to Ophelia by the Lumineers. I think the album has 3 little, like Roman numeral 3 in it. it's been kind of a quiet night. Still dealing with that new car smell. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, kind of lingers. New car smell. I remember that new car spray. You could buy it at gas stations. It was called New Car. It smelled like a new car. Or at car washes, you could get the new car smell. It would just make it smell new. Well, this one's actually new. 114 miles on the odometer. Sorry if I call it a speedometer. I offended you. Sorry about that. I know it's an odometer. When I'm not thinking, sometimes it comes out speedometer. But it's really odometer. Oh, Ophelia. Been on my mind. Oh, Ophelia. Armadillo. You can't really see it. There you go. Going into the bushes. It's like night vision. Sweet land of liberty. Tiny cities made of ashes. Sun Kill Moon from the album Tiny Cities. It's a good one.